Welcome to Tabletop Gaming Guild. Today we'll be looking at the Fury of Dracula Digital Edition, and we'll be playing 1v1.
Since I've not played the Dracula side at all, it'll be a little different, but I'm looking forward to it.
I'll kind of walk you through it a bit. So Dracula will be placing cards on the left and they'll slide to the right. So the oldest ones will be on the right.
Right, no, so I knew that, but what are the slot numbers? So like it says, if one of the cards says like you can flip over slot number 5, and I'm like, well, I can't remember which one 5 is. Is it from the left to the right that it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or is it the other way?
The spot furthest to the left is 1, and the spot furthest to the right is 6.
Okay, so it's 1 to 6 from left to right. I think the things that I'll have most questions on is like, so when I go to cities, I should have cards to choose from as events on those places.
So the key thing on those events is there's text on the top and there's text on the bottom. The text on the top happens if you choose to ambush somebody or they search and they find that card.
Right.
So if I go to that location, you can choose to ambush me, but you may not want to because I may want to spend a turn searching to find that card. So you basically, by not ambushing, you potentially make me waste a turn to search. The reason I would want to search is you're going to be trying to put vampires in.
Oh, okay.
And if I let those vampires mature, you get a bunch of points. And that's your main way of getting points, other than just surviving.
All right.
Because if you get to like the second and third week, you just start accruing points, and everything gets worth more points.
Right.
But the key thing to be aware of when you're placing vampires is when they mature, so when they slide off, they also clear spots 4, 5, 6 on the trail to prevent you from just putting vampires back to back and winning super quickly. So
so it's the vampire plus the 3 cards before it. Okay, not just 2 cards before it. Okay. So that's again, that's the idea, is that you want to space out your vampires then.
Yeah, the other thing to be aware of is normally in the board game you'd have a hand of cards that represent every city in the game. So there's 1 card per city, so if it's on your trail, it's not available. And that's why in this game, even though you're adjacent to a city, you may not be able to travel there because that city's on your track.
Okay, yeah, so you, as long as it's on the track, you can't cross back over it.
So one of the possible tactics is maybe not the best tactic, is just try to do a big loop. So you can, waste time until you can get that first card back and just go back there.
Okay.
But if I'm narrowing down where you are, that may not be the best tactic necessarily.
Now, something that I've not really understood is, so I know that if he crosses over the water, he's going to take damage.
Yes.
But what cities can you actually cross over? As long as it's a blue city?
Yeah, as long as it's blue, you can disembark from there or land there.
Okay.
And when you go to sea, you get 2 points of damage, and every turn you remain at sea, you get 1 point of damage.
Oh, so you can actually remain at sea? Okay.
Other important thing about traveling at sea is the card backs for sea cards are blue, so I know you're at sea when you go to sea.
So you know I'm at sea, you just don't know from where, probably.
Yeah. One of the big drawbacks of right now is because it's only 1v1, that means the person playing the hunters has to play all 4 players, and that's why it can be slow, and you're not getting, a group talk at all.
There's no bouncing ideas off of each other.
And one of the interesting mechanics where they explain, like, the group being able to talk and Dracula being able to hear. So in the board game, they say basically you're sending messages back and forth, but Dracula has spies everywhere, so he can hear anything you say. So you have to actually verbally say anything. You can't show cards or anything.
Oh, okay. So at the table, Dracula is going to hear all conversation. Mm-hmm. That's interesting. So, but yeah, I think that was in my previous try to play. That's why I think I was having so much trouble again, was being a first-time player to the game and trying to run all the hunters by myself, not having any kind of feedback from people. Yeah. It's the whole game is on you.
Yeah.
And so it was a little frustrating for me as a first-time player of the game.
And
so I think I'll like this a lot better.
There's one other thing that the digital doesn't make terribly clear is each character is actually slightly different.
I was kind of gathering a little bit, like Lord Godalming, I was noticing, was getting more cards
Mina also has a strong power that...
Yeah, it was the same. Yeah, the same city. She can do like a psychic bond
Yeah.
thing. I did see that at one point in one of the tutorial portions.
and
I think
you could kind of narrow down regions, at least for one turn. So when you supply the bigger cities, you get an item and an event card, potentially, unless it's a Dracula card that comes up.
whenever the game starts, do you actually get to choose your city, or does it automatically choose your cities for the hunters?
Right now it's
Like,
automatically choosing. It treats that as an advanced setting to be able to choose where you place.
So for my turn, I need to choose, and I can choose from any of the cities on the board where to start Dracula.
Yes. There are certain areas that are generally good choices. Spain is kind of away from everybody, but it's somewhat an obvious choice. England is isolated, but then the difficulty is you can only travel a few places before you have to go to sea.
Okay.
Or you could take a big risk and just start near one of my people and hope I don't go that way.
Right. For Dracula's movement, I know the hunters are restricted to roads and trains and, like, tickets and things.
Yeah.
He's not using tickets, correct? He's just moving?
He can only move by roads, because Dracula is old-fashioned and doesn't like trains.
Okay, so he can only move by road.
Trains can be a little bit confusing for the hunter player, because there's two types of trains. There's the white trains and the yellow trains. The white trains, if you have a train ticket, it'll show on the left a number and the right a number. The one on the left is for the white trains, and the one on the right is for the yellow trains, because the yellow trains in Eastern Europe were not as advanced, and so slower trains, because you can't move as far in Eastern Europe. Which makes Eastern Europe generally also a very good place for Dracula to hide in, because I'm slower over there.
So that was the other thing that I was having a little bit of trouble with, is on the board itself, it doesn't actually tell you the name of the region.
Yeah, that's true.
Which, does it do that on the board game? Like, on the board, does it actually say the name of the region? Because I felt like as a new player, it would have been nice if I could see the name of the region, even if I just, like, hovered my mouse over the region and then it, like, kind of popped up and said this is the name of that region.
Generally, in the board game, you just point to the region and say, oh, I want to look in this region, because he doesn't anywhere say what the names of the regions are in the board game. Oh, I don't know if you're aware about Dracula's castle, the effects of that.
No, I'm not. What is that?
If you are badly injured, you can go to Dracula's castle to heal. But that is a unique card, so the card back is different for that, so I know once you go there, it's obvious that that's where you went.
But that's, like, the only place you can heal up.
Yeah. So it's my day phase. So I'm going to start moving around. Try and narrow down where you can be. Oh, let's see. I said spade is an obvious choice, so did you go there? I can start moving over there. Let's move.
I mean, it is a relatively large map.
Yes. It is fairly easy for Dracula to hide and get away, but if I can find anything on your trail, I can very quickly narrow things down.
Okay.
So I'm doing the obvious first movements, where I am just kind of spreading out a little bit, but also getting Mina with somebody else so they can limit a region that you could be. And I'm going to gear up at night.
Okay. And again, gearing up at night gives the opportunity that I might get cards. Like, that just happened.
Yeah.
Alright, so now I have to take a look at this card and see what it does.
Yeah. I have to kind of balance whether I want to move more and narrow down your location, or get safer geared up.
Yeah.
It's very important for me to gear up, because you can really wallop me in a fight if I don't have any gear.
Oh, okay. Okay, I think I understand what this card is saying. So it looks like it's John's turn.
Yes. There's also a limit to how many cards I can hold.
Oh, okay. How many cards?
if I'm not mistaken, 3 on 3 events, and then there's 1 character they can hold an extra of each. And I believe train tickets, there's only 2 you can hold. And one character can hold 3.
So there's events, items, and train tickets.
Yes.
Okay.
The nice thing on the board game version, you have a player board that actually just has slots for those, so it just shows you on the board itself how many you can hold of each thing. Okay. I am going to use Mina's special power and find out if you're in Germania, which you are in Germania. That's a surprise. So you took the risk.
Okay. Alright. So now it's my turn, the Dracula phase.
Yep. So one of the possible tactics is trying to stay near the sea. So if I get too close, you can always escape to the sea. So if you stay at a port, that's one thing you can do.
So how do the players travel across the sea?
Same way Dracula
are there boat tickets as well?
No, there's no boat tickets. They just have to be at a port and then can travel to sea. When they're at sea, they cannot take any actions other than move. So there's no night actions. And the same for Dracula. You can't put an encounter on the sea.
Alright, so right now, it's my turn, and I'm just choosing a city to move to?
Yep.
Okay.
So you'll choose a city to move to and then put in the counter there.
I gotcha.
Early game is generally good if you have a vampire to put it. Also, if I'm getting close to you, it's good. You can stack up a couple vampires in a row to slow me down.
Okay.
A lot of the other cards are cards just delay me or possibly do me some damage. Which, if I'm not going to get in a fight right away, damage, I can spend a turn resting to heal damage. So it's not huge. At any time, if you want, you can click on your hand of cards on the bottom just to reveal what that what that card you have is. If you need to remember, it'll go through all the hard cards in your hand. All the yellow ones are just combat cards. So another way you can win is you get a lot of points if you knock out a player. And Mina's a good target because she's already weakened.
Yeah, I saw that bite mark on her. So what does that mean exactly?
There's 2 ways you can defeat a person. Is if you just wipe out all their strength, but also if they ever get 2 bites, they are immediately defeated and have to go to hospital. And it's waste a turn and give you a bunch of points. So Mina starts with a bite already. So anytime she gets another bite, she's immediately defeated.
Okay.
So she's often easy target, which is why it's also good to keep other people nearby so they can kind of support her.
All right.
So does that mean you're planning to go to sea soon?
Maybe. Again, you're talking to somebody who hasn't really played this game before, so I'm like, I kind of don't know what I'm doing, but...
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Well, you were in Germania, so the Aegean or Adriatic or whatever it is.
Yeah, there's the Adriatic.
Yeah, Adriatic is probably not one you plan to go right now, at least. But I can start heading to ports to kind of narrow down where you can be. And hopefully prevent you from getting to go to escape by sea. Let's go here. Hamburg. Okay. So going to sea, it looks like may have been a bluff to get me going the wrong direction. Which may have worked.
Alright, so now I'm supposed to select a storm token to remove.
Yeah, so they only last for 1 round.
I gotcha.
Well, 3 rounds technically, because you have 3 of them.
Yeah, because one's going to go away this round, and then another one the next round.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So one of the things I should have been paying attention to, I always forget, is should be trying to stay in major cities so I can get better gear. I can gear up more, but...
like in the bigger places?
Yeah. Which
Okay.
generally, when I am in minor cities, I just get train tickets instead. Until I hit my cap, of course.
Right.
Oh, I gave you a card again.
Right.
Okay. Getting myself geared up. Ready to fight.
I mean, so it is interesting kind of how quick the turns can go by.
Yeah, if the players know what they're doing, of course, when you got more players, you're going to be spending more time talking, discussing your action. But
in
this case, not so much. When it's just 1v1, and I know the game relatively well. I will try to talk about what I'm doing to simulate having a group. In the game,
Okay.
what they do is there's an option to put like pins in the board to kind of say, oh, this is where communicate to other players where they're planning to go. But if I'm talking, it's the same difference.
Okay. So in the digital game, you do have the option to do the pins?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. In the regular board game, it's just assumed you're talking and you're discussing where you're going, and like Dracula can hear that. You were in Germany at one point. You've traveled 2 spaces. So you're not going to be at a port right now, but you might be trying to get to a port. The question is if you're going towards France or Italy to get to a port, or you could be it could be a complete bluff and you're trying to go to Eastern Europe. Oh yeah, you have an event card that could possibly be used right now. That's probably. That's why it says waiting for you.
Oh, okay. All right. So I see what it's saying, but I have the option of not using it, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay.
One of the other effects of Mina, once somebody's bitten, which Mina starts bitten. Oh no, I don't want to go there. They then have to keep one card revealed as soon as they start getting cards, so that you can know some information about them. I think it's one item card and one event must stay revealed. Of course, Mina has not gotten any items yet, so he's at a minor city. He has an item in the event. That's okay, he'll still supply. Okay, so I am playing a card that I have to play immediately. If you were adjacent to, if any of your hideout, your locations were adjacent to where that character is now, which is Lord Godalming, you'd have to reveal it on your track.
Okay.
Which the system just automatically does that for you. Oh, Dracula gets another card. And I guess that's a card you have to decide whether you want to use right now.
Okay.
Okay. Mina has nothing yet. Okay. So, I have to reveal a card with Mina. Because I am bitten.
Okay, why is that?
Because she's bitten, she always has to share some information.
Okay.
I will reveal this stake, which if I search for a vampire, I can reveal that stake before I search. And if there happens to be a vampire in that encounter, that vampire immediately dies.
So when you revealed it, I didn't actually see it on my screen.
Oh, it should show you. That's weird.
That's weird. I wonder if like I click on her character, if it would show it.
Oh yeah, probably. Well, when it's maybe when it's Mina's turn, should actually. Oh yeah, you can click on the different characters on the left, and you can look at what's in their hand, and then you should be able to see. Click on their hand and see that.
I do see the stake, and I do see
one that's up.
something that says planned ambush.
Planned ambush. Oh.
These are both over to like on your right. And then there's one card face down in the middle that I can't see that one.
Yep. Planned ambush.
So the two on the right are like revealed.
Oh yeah,
I guess.
Yeah.
Okay.
Planned ambush is an event card that I guess Mina has. Yeah. But she has not played yet. And you can click on those to zoom in.
All right.
I generally quite like hit and roll games. This is not one of my favorites, but it is still a decent one. My favorite would be Letters from Whitechapel, which is just a straight hit and roll game.
Yeah, that one is the only one that I've ever really like previous to this game. It was the only hit and roll game I think that I really knew, or the hidden roll. So.
Yep.
All right, so I've moved, placed an encounter, and confirm end of turn.
Yeah, the main...
Now, is Dracula's hand limited as well? Does he ever get to a point where he has to discard stuff if he hasn't used them? Because I know I've received a couple of event cards. Because I also don't want to go wasting cards, hopefully.
Yeah, it looks like he can have 4 cards.
Okay. Good to know.
Okay. I have a card I can choose whether or not to do. Ooh. I will play this card. So during the day, my hunters can perform one additional action, but I cannot do the same action twice, so I can both move and supply on the same turn. Same day phase. So that's a nice card. It's good early on if you want to supply, but it also can be good later if you want to be able to move and then use the train ticket.
Oh, okay. But like you said, early on like this, it's going to give you a lot more movement.
Early on this will give me a chance to move and still supply during the day when there's less risk. Because I'm not going to give you a card during the day if I supply. So, okay. What's my special thing I can use? I will save that event card. I will not use that yet. Okay, so he's got another event card. And this person is going to supply first. Okay. And I drew a Dracula card, but you don't get it because it's day supply.
Well, I don't like that. I want that card.
Yeah, the game can be quite stressful for both sides. The hunters more so because, the longer it takes to start narrowing things down, the more likely Dracula's going to win.
Right. So I can't even remember, how long does the game last?
It varies really depending on how fast I find you, or you wipe me out. But it's capped at 3 weeks, so...
Oh, 3 weeks is the full, if you haven't found me by then, or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've never seen it go to the end.
Okay.
Because during the 3rd week, you just start ramping up and getting lots and lots of points for everything. Okay, so I've reached my hand limit, so I gotta discard something. I don't think you can see what I discard, but... And again, I drew a event card, but it was a Dracula card, so it just got discarded.
Yeah, it didn't show me what you discarded anyways.
Yeah, that makes sense, actually. So let's go down here. So I suspect you're either going to Eastern Europe or Italy. You might be trying to sneak back below me in Eastern Europe? I'm trying to save my train ticket. Wait, how many cards does she have? She doesn't have a lot of cards, so I can actually, again, yeah, I'll get supply. And discard the Dracula card.
Man, you're getting rid of a lot of my Dracula cards.
Okay, then I'm gonna move down south. So I'm trying to guess where you are. I'm trying to blockade you, basically.
Right.
Or at least force you to see to start taking damage. And prevent you from playing more encounter cards. Okay, so remove. My event card has expired.
Right.
Let's see. I already have 2 train tickets. I can take, I believe, 1 more event card. Yeah, 1 more event card with him, so let's do that. Ooh. Okay, and this is... He already has 3 item cards and 1 event. He's going to get train tickets. He's also going to take a train ticket. So I'm fairly well geared up, and I'm starting to get train tickets, and I'll start... Once I run out of spots for train tickets, I'll start moving fast. Because I want to use up the train tickets rather than just have to discard them.
Right.
So you've piled up you actually have piled up quite a few event cards. I believe you were at your cap before. So you may want to start using them so you don't have to start discarding them if I give you more. But you also keep in mind I'm going to be supplying less often now that I'm geared up. Okay, roadblocks. Roadblocks are interesting because you can use them to prevent me from going where you are, or you can just bluff and try to mislead me. Try to get me to go the wrong way. You can use them on trains or roads.
Okay, you can use them on trains as well? Mm-hmm. Okay. So what's it look like on your end? Does it show you right away what I block, or...
Yes.
Like I clicked on 1. Did it already show you that?
Yep, I can see the 1 that you blocked.
Okay. I didn't know if it showed it to you right away, or... Oh, interesting.
So you're preventing me from going towards Italy, potentially. Yep. Doubling down on preventing me to go to Italy.
Okay. See if that helps at all. Like you said, I didn't want to throw away cards.
Yeah. Interesting. Well, what's his special he can use? Oh. Does he want to use that? I think he does.
I like their choice of music for the game. I feel like they did a nice job giving it that.
Yeah, it's nice ambient. It's not overwhelming or anything.
It's not overwhelming. It's just kind of there.
And it gears up a little bit during combat.
Oh, does it?
Yep.
Okay.
But it's still not like intense or anything. It's just enough to give you that feeling. Okay. So you're gonna make me move somewhere else. So you have to select where I move. Okay. So does that mean he actually tried to go south and get it underneath me? I am gonna do it this way. Just in case you're trying to get south to Spain. Okay. That's slightly annoying, but not a bad play. Let's see. He's going to use a train ticket. Try to get him moving fast.
This is so weird because, like, it's a mixture of wanting to throw you some false leads,
Yep.
but then also protecting my main leads.
Okay, so I found your first city where you started. So you started in Munich.
Which you knew it was somewhere up there because you had used your
Mina's power.
ability, or used her power, so you knew it was somewhere up in that area.
But that also means I can start narrowing things down fairly quickly.
Yeah, and again, I mean, and you've done that within the first week.
Yeah, but I got another location already. So now you have to decide whether you want to ambush me.
Right.
But it's okay. So it's basically forcing delaying that character. That's good. So that character's going to lose a turn, essentially. The fog doesn't stay there, but the character just won't have.
Right, just didn't get the action.
Okay, so let's see. Where is he? He's in a major city. How many? He only has one item, so I might as well gear up. Oh. Was that an item? I didn't realize that was an item. Okay. I thought I only had one item with him, but oh well. Oh, because he's the one that draws 2. I need to get rid of. That's a good one.
So seeing a little bit of letters from Whitechapel. Now, in that one, when you land on this space with Jack, it's pretty much over, right?
No, actually.
Is there a fighting mechanic in that game as well?
No, there's no fighting mechanic. You don't have landing on them doesn't do anything. You have to actually say. You have to. There's 2 different things you can do. You can search an adjacent place, or you can say I'm gonna rest here. So the only way to end the game is say I arrest this one location, and then if he's in that location, you're done.
Oh, okay. But in this game, like if you find me, it's not over. We have to fight.
Ooh, that might be a really good timing for that. You have to reveal locations adjacent to that character, but it's the character that's least likely to have a location adjacent. But apparently he does have one, so... Where it is on the trail? Oh, you canceled it. Okay. That's unfortunate.
I mean, it's all perspective.
Okay, he has a full hand of items. So he's going to get another train ticket. And again, a full hand of items. Huh. Yep, train ticket for this person too. And Mina is delayed, so she loses her night action. And it's your turn.
All right, so back to me again.
So you have to kind of decide. I may try to find that card in the that's currently in the 4th position to see if that's a vampire, or I might be smarter just to go straight after you. But either way, I might end up finding that card.
I mean, so at this point, do you think you know which direction I'm headed? Because that'll be interesting. Because
well, you were in Munich, then you went probably to Milan, then you went to Geneva, then you probably went to Marseille, then you might be... I think you're in Genoa, but you could have went to Toulouse. You might have been... Yes, you could have gone to Toulouse and just sneaked right behind me. So you could be currently in Toulouse.
It's just interesting. Yeah, it's interesting to hear you work your way through the mental gymnastics that this game takes.
Yeah.
To go with everything. So
of course, there's other possibilities where you could be, but those seem like the likely places. based on where I've searched.
Right.
So it's whether you took the risk and snaked behind me to get to Toulouse, or maybe you went to Genoa to try to run away and maybe get away to sea. So this next movement, if you go to sea, I kind of know you were into Genoa, likely. You didn't go to sea, so you either weren't in the port, or you're just trying to throw me off for a little longer.
I'm always going to be trying to throw you off a little bit longer.
Let's use a train with this guy to get over here and narrow it down significantly. Okay. Well, I can go immediately see if I was right about you going to Toulouse. Aha!
Oh, buddy.
Okay, so you're injuring me. Don't forget you can choose not
Yep.
to ambush to make me waste a turn to search.
Right.
Unless they reveal a weapon. So I've lost some health. And I will reveal a weapon. So, I have a knife, which helps me in combat quite a bit.
Okay.
Okay, so... Did I get it like 100% right where... Well, I'll find out, I suppose. Oh, it didn't get it 100% right. So Munich to... Zurich, maybe? Did I search Zurich? Well, She is going to move down here. That'll knock out another place on your trail. Are you going to ambush or let me search it?
We'll see.
There are some cards you can't ambush with, so that could be one of them. Or it could be a bluff. The other thing is, at night, you are stronger in combat, so that's another reason maybe you don't want to ambush.
Oh, okay, I got you. I didn't realize that. So he's stronger at night. Makes sense.
Some of your cards will have bonus effects that happen at night in combat.
Okay.
Okay, he is there, so he's going to get another train ticket. I had to discard a train ticket, so I get rid of the garbage one. And now Seward is injured, so I could rest him. He's pretty well geared up.
How much does that recover?
Just 1 point, except for one of the characters has an ability that they heal 2 instead of 1.
Oh, okay.
I don't actually remember which one it is. It's Seward, apparently.
It looks like it.
But basically, you made me waste a night turn. Okay, so get another train ticket for Van Helsing. And Mina is going to search. See what you... And I will use my stake just in case it's a vampire.
Okay.
Okay, a hoax. And I believe the stake cancels hoax as well. Well, hoax doesn't really do much other than delay me.
Right.
I do have to pick a new card to reveal since I used one of them.
I'm definitely enjoying this much more 1v1 than just one player. The tension is much stronger.
Yes. Yeah, without any discussion, it's not much there. The discussion's what fuels this game. And it can be quite intense for Dracula to hear people like logicking out and getting some things right and some things wrong and narrowing it down.
Right.
I have advantage in experience, but So we'll see how much that takes me. It's obviously done well for me so far, but
Yeah, I mean, I feel like you're. I mean, you've already revealed 3 locations.
yeah. Okay, he has lots of train tickets, so he might as well use them. Ooh, I don't have great choices for where I can go, though, with him. It's a little bit wasteful. Actually, I could have just used the road. That was terribly wasteful because I could have just used the normal road movement for that. Okay.
See, that's where I have a hard time following all the lines.
Yeah. Okay, so you were in Toulouse. You're 2 spaces away. So whether you kept going to Spain or went north, well, the smart thing would be for me to have him to go north and Mina to go south. Okay, so you did go into... Well, you could have still went to Clermont Ferrand. Okay. But, well...
Some of the names are definitely not the easiest.
Yeah. His movement options aren't great. Well, I could use one of the garbage train tickets to get into a better location. No, I'll just do a normal movement to go to here, which is a little wasteful, but... Oh, no, it's not wasteful, because Mina then can find out if you're in France. With her psychic bond. Oh, they call it Gallia. Okay. So you are, in fact, in Spain.
There it goes. Okay.
Yeah, there's... All the advanced abilities for Dracula really kind of power him up. So they're generally best not to use them unless you have experienced players.
Gotcha.
Because he has abilities like Hide, where you can spend 2 turns in one location, which is nice for England, so you can... That gives you enough time to do a loop and just keep looping.
Oh, yeah, so you're not forced to actually make a movement the next day. Okay.
Yeah, you just
that night.
you play the Hide. It looks like a normal location, and then yeah, you just are in the same place twice in a row. And there's also one that you take damage to go 2 spaces instead of 1, that kind of stuff. He's gonna get another train ticket. Oh, I keep forgetting he can draws 2 at once, so it's like, I end up discarding a good one.
Right, yeah.
Okay, he's maxed out on train tickets. He's maxed out on items, but he doesn't have the best items, so we can supply. Okay. I can't tell you what just happened, but
all I know is I got a card.
Yeah. Again, he's also maxed out on items and train tickets. Not a whole lot he can do. So I can either... I draw a train ticket to see if I get a better one. Discard the... Yep, okay. And Mina has a special thing she can... Oh, I already did my psychic bond, so I don't need it. She's going to get another train ticket. Huh. My draws have been... I'll just say they've been interesting. Oh, did you... You went to sea, huh? Okay. And your vampire matured. Okay. Zurich. Okay, so you went... So yeah, when you mature, I can see where you went, but okay. Yeah. I knew that was a possibility. Right. But I know these 2 cards are both in Spain, and one of them was at a port. And now you are either in the South Atlantic or Mediterranean. But going to sea gives you lots of possibility. So you get to put an extra encounter in one of those locations, which is probably a vampire. So it makes me definitely want to go there and find out where that is. Okay, he's currently there. He's not... doesn't have access to any trains where he is, so he has to go kind of this wasted spot. Unless I give... Actually, let's put him to sea, so it gives him more option when you finally land. Okay, so the question is, what port did you go to? Well, I can't... No, wait. So if you were in Toulouse, there's two locations you could have gone to from there, Saragossa or Barcelona. So I might want to use a train ticket to go to Saragossa. Because there's no roads connecting those two. I don't think. Unless I missed something. Okay, so Saragossa is the spot. Okay. I'm just hunting you down.
Yep, you're living up to your name, that's for sure.
It'd be nice if I could get a second person to you, but that's not happening. What are my items? Anything special I can do? No. Let's go here. Hopefully that's one of my characters that's well geared. She can hold another item. Do I want to gear up? Because it's kind of wasteful to move where I already have somebody. Yeah, I'll gear up a little bit more with her. One thing I don't like is every time I get a new card, it asks me if I want what I want to reveal, and it doesn't tell me which one I had already revealed previously.
Does it not show you like the ones off to the side that
Yeah,
are
I just
revealed
can't
currently?
click on them when I'm trying to decide which one to reveal.
Oh, I gotcha. Okay.
I think this is one I revealed before. I wish it would just kind of say, oh, do you want to keep this one revealed?
Right.
Okay, so I guess he's searching. This might go very badly. Bats. Oh, I can choose what order I resolve them in. Okay. I didn't know that. I've never actually had this happen, where I had two encounters.
Okay. So when you're choosing, do you see what both of them are?
So I'm actually kind of surprised that I could choose.
Interesting, yeah.
Because, yeah, if I'd known that, I would have told you, and you probably would have played that bats. Oh well. I do have to resolve them both, but I can resolve them in the order I choose.
Gotcha. Alright, so you made your choice
Yep.
then.
Hopefully kill this vampire.
Alright, so this is my first time going into a combat.
Okay, so we'll do a quick overview of combat. So, if you look at the cards you have, which I'm not sure if it's showing you right now.
It's not right now.
So I can go over what my basic cards are. And I'll have item cards that supplement that. But I have, my three basic cards are Dodge, Escape, and Punch. Punch does a damage. Actually, we'll go through, let's do it this way. Escape, or Dodge rather, has no effects. But what it does is if you play a card that has matching symbols, which is either the fangs, the fists, or the claws, it will cancel your card. So when you choose a
Okay.
card, you kind of have to predict what I'm going to play.
Right.
Escape just allows me to get out of combat, and it'll cancel any card that has the fist or the card symbol. And punch just does 1 damage, but it cancels anything with the eye symbol or the cards. And the important thing is, once I play a card, it stays down until the next round, so I can't use the same card twice in a row.
Okay. I'm assuming the same thing for me.
Nope. You will have a hand of 5 cards, and when you play a card, you draw a new card from your deck. So
okay.
I only have my 3 basic and whatever items I have. I can't draw more cards.
Okay.
And I, of course, have some items I've gathered that I will not tell you what they do. You will see when I play them, because you wouldn't normally know that.
I was going to say, the only thing I know for you is I know you have a knife. Because you had to reveal that earlier.
Okay, yes, you do know that, which is, I'll tell you what that does. It does 3 damage, and it'll cancel fangs, anything with the teeth, and it'll cancel the bat, which is usually one of your primary ways of escaping. You can only escape after... this early in the game, I think you have to do 3 actions. There's just an... Oh, no. First week it's 1 action, second week it's 2 actions, and third week I believe is 3 actions before you can...
Okay, so we're into the second week right now, so it would be 2 actions. Yeah, you have to do at least... If memory serves me right, you have to do at least 2 combat actions before you can escape. Okay.
And I might try to cancel those combat actions. So now you should be able to see your cards.
Yep, so now I can see my cards.
You're going to be looking at the text. This is a night combat, so if it has any night bonuses, you get those. But you also look at the symbols and try to guess what I might be playing, which is going to be hard for a new player. But
yeah, for sure.
I'm trying to guess what you would play, which again is going to be hard for me because you're a new player, so you're a little less predictable. So I'm going to try to match your symbols and cancel whatever you play.
Okay.
Most of your cards are combat related. There's one that's Mesmerize is an interesting one. It reduces the effect of any attacks I do against you with weapons. And it also increases the effect of Fangs if you play that later.
Alright, so here we go.
Alex, that's interesting that you happen to have that one. I should have probably tried to cancel that one because that's one of the most dangerous cards. Especially against Mina. That's a really nasty one against Mina. So
you didn't do any damage to me.
Yeah. I played Garlic, which only does damage if you place specific cards.
Oh, okay, I gotcha.
And my next card is going to be this one, trying to predict your next action. I definitely have an interesting hand of cards. Normally, you could look at my symbols and say, okay, you played a card that cancels this effect, these symbols. And if I only have my base cards, then I don't have another card that will cancel those same symbols. But I have item cards, so I might be able to... Okay. So you're searching for a specific card. So I had played Knife, assuming you would play Fangs next after Mesmerize. But I still do the 3 damage.
But now I'm like flipping through my deck here. I forget
what the plotting does. It can cancel... It can do something to cancel cards too, I believe. The next card I play. If it's a specific card. Having trouble finding the Fangs?
No, I think I found what I wanted. Oh, it didn't do it. Okay, never mind.
Okay.
I guess so the card that I just chose, it didn't play it right away.
It just goes into
my hand.
So it gives you
Okay.
the chance to play it on the next turn.
I gotcha.
So this is the next one I'm playing.
Okay.
Ooh, okay, that's interesting. So I actually had 2 copies of Knife in my hand. That's why I could play it twice in a row.
Oh.
I actually...
Nice.
The reason I laughed earlier is because I drew a third one. And I did end up discarding the third one.
So I was able to get total of 4 damage to you that time.
I do 2 more, so you are close to dead.
Mm-hmm.
So... I have some things I could do. My big question... Oh, maybe I didn't discard... No, I guess I kept all 3. Okay.
So, does it do me any good to try to actually... so this vampire isn't Dracula. What happens if I, escape with this vampire?
If you escape with it, I then have to waste more turns trying to kill it, but if I let it mature, it's a bunch of points.
Okay, so however, it could still stick around, but it's going to be on this space no matter what. It's not like it can move to a new city or anything, so you're just going to have to waste more turns to engage it in combat.
Correct.
Okay.
The other thing is, if this vampire manages to take out Seward, you do get a bunch of points. But
oh, okay. Now, if Seward would actually die, does that remove him from the game?
No, he goes to the hospital and loses a round.
Okay.
And then recovers all his health, loses all his items and event cards.
Okay, but it gets Dracula a whole bunch of points.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And the amount of points depends on which week it is.
Okay.
So earlier in the game it's a few points, but later in the game it's quite a few. Okay. And you only need 13 points to win, so.
Right.
Those can build up super quick. So my question is, I have to predict whether I think you're trying to escape or kill me.
Right.
And you have 2 ways of escape that in your deck, but whether you happen to have gotten those is the question.
Right.
The 2 ways to escape, there's one escape by bat and then one escape by fog. The escape by fog is a safer bet because there's very few cards that can stop it, but the escape by bat, I believe, allows you to move. If it was Dracula, it allows you to move further away.
Right, but you also said you said the knife stops the bat.
Yes.
Okay.
If I choose to play the knife.
If you choose to play that, right.
You could do a lot of damage to me pretty quickly. If you had fangs again, you'd almost kill me. Not fangs, but claws.
Unless you've got something to block claws.
Correct. If I predict you did claws. But I have to value whether I want to focus on canceling your cards or focusing on killing your vampire.
Right.
There's some of the item cards are good in that way that a lot of times they can do a little bit of both. They're better for canceling than your base cards, and they still do a little damage. Depending on the card, of course.
Mm-hmm.
There's a couple that just cancel just about everything.
All right. You blocked it.
I couldn't let you do fangs.
Yeah.
Not after you played Mesmerized.
Right.
So, I mean, it's just fortunate that I had several copies of Knife, so I could just play it back to back.
Yeah, that was really helpful for sure for you.
Otherwise, if I played, I might not be able to if I played something that canceled it. Then the next turn you could play it. And okay, so I managed to kill that one vampire, which doesn't give me. I don't get points or anything. I just keep you from getting points.
Right.
But you still have actually managed to get 4 points. I think that's just because you got into the second week, but if I remember right.
See, I'm trying to remember what that Bats card did to you. It's got the symbol above Seward's head.
Oh, I believe it just delays me.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so... Whose turn is it? It's currently...
Mr.
That's
Van
one of the little
Helsing.
confusing things is, Oh, okay. Yeah, there's a red symbol.
Yeah, it's got that red circle around him.
Yeah, when you start clicking into the other ones, I was trying to remember which one was actually active.
Right.
Because I was looking at what the other people had.
Yeah.
Okay, he's pretty geared up. He has decent train tickets, so I will just actually pass with him. And Mina... is geared up but has lousy train tickets, so I'll get a better train ticket for her. Okay, I traded the worst possible train ticket for a decent one.
Well, that's always nice.
So I took out your vampire. I mean, you could have put another vampire as a backup in the next spot, but currently you're at CE, you're not going to be putting any more vampires down for a little bit. But it's also very hard for me to... You're basically resetting yourself. The only thing I'll know is, for sure, is you are at a port. But I can kind of narrow down, okay, you went this many seas away, you're probably in this region.
Okay, gotcha. I was wondering how you'll start to deduce that information, so...
Okay, do I want to play that? I don't think I want to play this yet. So he's got to move. Okay. My big question is figuring out... I want to figure out what port you went to, so I know which sea you went to.
Right.
Because right now you could have went to South Atlantic and Mediterranean. If you went to South Atlantic, you could now be at North Atlantic. If you went to Mediterranean, you'd be in Tyrrhenian. The big thing is, until I know what port you went to, it's like I don't know what to do with Lord Godalming. I'll go to Mediterranean. Kind of a little wasteful, but...
Who knows? We could be ships passing in the night.
Yeah, I can't find you at sea.
Right.
So Seward lost her turn because of the bats. The night phase. Or day phase.
Well, that's right. I'm the one moving him.
Oh, yeah, you get to move him as well because of the bats.
Okay. Okay. So I moved you, and now you're delayed.
Okay.
Because of the bats.
Interesting place to move me. So, based on where you moved me, that might mean that Barcelona is the port you used. Because you moved me away from Barcelona. But Van Helsing can still go there. Or you just might be trying to move me away from ports, period. Okay. She is not near a train, so she has to go by road still. I might want to... I'm going to start move... Well, actually, it doesn't make a difference where I go for her. Terribly. I just want to get her to our port. It's just whether she should be south or north.
Right.
Godalming can't do anything at night because he's at sea. Okay, I lost my night phase with...
Oh, okay, so you couldn't do anything because he was delayed?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the bats during the day, you got to move me instead of me choosing, and then during the night I'm just delayed. So I lose that turn. He's geared up. I will pass with Van Helsing. Mina. Get another train ticket. She's had very bad luck drawing train tickets. Okay, so I might have had better luck that time. I really need to get to our train station. So, are you going to land, or are you going to stay at sea? Staying at sea gives you more options where you can be, gets you further away from me, potentially. But you take damage every turn.
There you go, there's your answer.
Okay, so you want to land. So, your options, if you went... Oh, I got a card. I have to decide whether I want to play. Not yet. So, if I logic this out, you either went to... So, if you went South Atlantic, you would then have gone to North Atlantic. From the North Atlantic, there's only two places you could have gone, which is Galway in Ireland, or... Oh, three places. Bordeaux and Nantes. If you went to Mediterranean, then Tyrrhenian, there's a couple, three cities in Italy you could have gone to, or Calgary and on the island in Crete, I think that is.
Yeah, I think so.
Which, if you went to Crete, you'd have to next turn go back to sea. Which, actually, I'm not sure how that works. Because you can't. If you went to Mediterranean then Tyrrhenian, you can't go back to either Mediterranean or Tyrrhenian. I'm not sure how that worked. If that was the case.
Yeah, that's really would be an odd place to, especially if you've cornered yourself in there.
Yeah, I might have to play with that and try that and see what the game makes you do if there's no legal movement. That's because I think that's the only way you can make it so there's no legal movement for you.
Yeah, because I'm assuming the seas are the same way as the cities. Is once it's on the track, you can't go there again until it's off the track, right?
Correct. And I bet there's somebody in the comments that knows the answer.
I'm sure there will be. Yep.
Okay, so he's gonna go to Tyrrhenian so we can cover Italy. Okay.
So if you had just passed last time with Lord Godalming and didn't move him to Mediterranean, you could have landed on that turn.
Yes. Might have been a smart move.
But again, you didn't know how long I was going to be at sea.
Correct. Seward is going to try and discover whether you went north or south by going to Santander. And seeing if that's your city card. Which looks like it might be.
Gotcha.
Unless you have an event. Okay, so you went South Atlantic. And then probably went North Atlantic. Of course, technically you could go on South Atlantic, then Mediterranean. And then just kind of... But that would be super risky. You could have went South Atlantic, Mediterranean, then Crete, or then into France, and then crazy. But I think you probably went up north. There's a good chance you went to Ireland, Galway. But I can start narrowing things down by... no, I don't want to... I want to travel by train, and make sure you didn't land in Bordeaux. And that gives me flexibility. I can then go to sea from there, and go up north. But I suspect you're in Ireland. She can't go where she wants to go. But she can go there. Yeah, the escape by sea is a very powerful option.
Right, like you said earlier, it almost lets you kind of reset. But it all depends on who you're playing and if they can logic their way through things.
Yep.
So
it's a heavy logic game.
So you always want to play against me as the hunters because I'm gonna suck at logicking out things. All right, so John's gonna rest a little bit and get some health back.
Yep. Well, and that's a big thing is why the unfortunate thing with the board game is with the board game Dracula is harder to play because there's the rules. Because it's harder for the person teaching to teach Dracula because basically you're fighting against each other. And either way, the person teaching is basically teaching somebody how to beat them.
Yeah, right. That's exactly it. Yeah.
But also, it's like, you don't know what the Dracula player has in their hand.
Mm-hmm.
You don't know where they are, so you can't explain where they can move. But at least in this digital version, the game kind of tells you to some degree where you can move.
Yeah, it gives you the blinking lights around the cities or whatever, and yeah.
But the advantage, it's better for a new player to play Dracula in this game because, they can see the logic that the other player's using, and they can learn the logic rather than trying to figure out the logic as they go.
Right.
And get another train ticket with Van Helsing. She's capped out on train tickets. Oh, okay. And items and events. I better start playing some cards. So she'll just pass. So Lord Godalming has been pretty useless this entire game.
Yeah, he hasn't seemed to really been able to get to where he needs to be so far.
Yeah, and that's another downside when you have a full player count. You have one player that's like out in the middle of nowhere and just trying to get over to everybody. It's not a huge thing, but because there is a certain amount of strategy and thinking. It's okay, how do I get over there without kind of just wasting all my time? How do I get there efficiently, basically?
All right, back around to you.
Oh, this is also still a wasted thing to do right now. So if I am right and you did go to Ireland, that means next movement is going to be to go to C. Which is not necessarily a bad action, because spending time at sea certainly limits. I mean, it certainly limits my ability to find you.
Right. But again, the more he's there, the more damage he takes.
Ooh, where do I want to go? He'll go by sea. And also, it's a good way to plant some vampires that are going to be out of the way, and I have to waste quite a bit of time to get there. So let's make sure you didn't go to Nance. Okay. The thing that still concerns me is if you did something crazy and, went to South Atlantic, the Mediterranean, and then went back to France or Spain.
Yeah. The nice thing I'm also thinking, is like this is a very seamless digital edition. Like taking turns between each other, not running into any bugs that I'm noticing or anything. It's just really nice gameplay so far.
Yeah. I've played it a couple times. I haven't encountered any bugs yet, so it's definitely well implemented.
Yeah.
Okay, he's at sea. He just has to pass. No, they did definitely make some visual choices that, some people seem to like, other people not so much.
Yeah, I heard something about like the color schemes on the different areas. I'm not sure what else. Again, not having played the physical board game, but
yeah, they did try to keep it as close to the board game as possible. It's just a little less vibrant, I think, than the board game.
Gotcha. I love that you get the different lighting though for the different times of
Yes.
day and evening. So
I think that was part of it. They were trying to make some more obvious visual cues.
right.
Okay, so you went back to C. I really want to play this, but it's kind of useless right now. So that means, if I was right, you went South Atlantic, then North Atlantic. If you landed in, and then landed in Ireland, and then now you're in the Irish Sea. Because you went to Galway, then Dublin, then Irish Sea. Unless you did something tricky, as I said, and went down and looped back. Like a madman.
Like a madman.
Which I could check. And then he could have went back to sea just to throw me off. But which it looks like you didn't do, because if you had gone to Spain to do it, you couldn't go back to sea. If you'd gone to where I just went, then you could have gone to the Tyrrhenian, moved it, and then gone to Tyrrhenian. Because you could have went to Marseille, then Genoa, and then Tyrrhenian. So it doesn't look like you did that. So it does look like you, in fact, are in the Irish Sea. Now my big question is, do I go to sea with my guys, or do I try to stay at a port and limit where you can go? I think I'm going to go to sea with him. Because your options actually are fairly limited. You almost have to go to England now. Actually, you do have to go to England with your next move. Oof.
Well, Lord Godalming's like, I just got back on land. Now everybody else is out on the water? What the heck?
Yeah. And again, he's like, okay, do I go all the way across France to get to the north? Or do I go back to sea? Like, everything's a waste. It's just wasting time. Can I fire him and get another guy?
Right?
I'm just going to pass. And everybody else has to pass because they're at sea. Oh, no, Mina's not yet at sea.
No, yeah, she's in a port city there.
Oh, dear. Yeah, she'll still pass, though. Okay. I hope in the once you get the next updates in, they add a a fast gameplay option for experienced players, where you can click on an option for, if it's your only option is to pass, it just automatically passes.
Right.
I can understand not wanting that for new players, because they're going to say, well, why did I just lose my turn?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, for experienced players, it should be an option. Actually, I haven't really looked through the options menu too much. It could already be there. Okay. So you get to choose a hunter, reveal all my items and event cards, and discard all my train tickets. Or if I have a weapon, that doesn't happen. Now, Seward has a knife, or a couple knives, so. Okay, so you try to do it to Van Helsing. Guess what? Van Helsing has a weapon. So one that's also cancels escape and claws.
Does it show me?
It should be in your revealed.
Where's... When I click on Van Helsing, I do not see any revealed cards. Weird. Huh.
It's not in the little box to the right?
No.
Oh, no, I actually had to discard it. Okay.
Oh, okay. Is that because it matured, that you had to discard it rather than reveal it?
Yeah, because of the card effect, it made me discard. I think it said reveal and discard, but...
Okay.
Okay. So that's not good. I lost a nice weapon with him. And he's at sea, so I can't gear up again with him. So where are you going? Okay, so you landed in England. I'm going to wait one more turn before playing this event card. So you have 3 places you could be. You could be in Liverpool, Swansea, or Plymouth. And he is going to use a train ticket to get somewhere useful. Finally, he's getting to a useful location. Or near. And going to see. Oh, no, he has to go by sea. I want to land him. I'll land him in Galway and hopefully take up that vampire you put in Galway. Are you ambushing? Okay.
Okay.
And
So your predictions are coming true.
he is going to Irish Sea to narrow your to be able to search more areas in England. And she is going to land. Oh, she's going to go to the English Channel. It's a little hard to box you in England, is the only thing. He'll get another train ticket this night. Yeah, it's unfortunate that Seward often is... This actually happens with... not Seward, Lord Godalming. He tends to have really good items because he can draw more, but he also starts way out at east, so...
I was going to say, yeah, he seems to start so far away from most of the action.
But also, so it's kind of tempting to get Dracula over there because it can't move much over there, and there's only one character that starts over there. But I find a lot of times people, start in England or Spain, and, then he becomes fairly useless. It's hard to get him to where he needs to be, at least. So
Right.
I'm going to search with Seward, see what you put there. Yeah, okay. Another vampire for me to fight. Oh, it got delayed. Yeah, that's right. That one I don't actually have to fight. It just delays me. Okay, he's at sea, so he passes. Mina's at sea, so she passes. So, where are you going now?
That is a really good question.
So, I believe you could have landed at Plymouth. And if you had gone to Plymouth, you could go back to sea in the English Channel. But if you did any of the other 2, you're fairly limited where you can go. England's a little tricky with the way the roads are laid out too. It does make it a little hard to travel around and not loop, not have to go back to the same place.
Right.
So you may either have landed in Plymouth and try to immediately go to English Channel, or you might be trying to get down to the eastern part of England to get to the North Sea, or just waste time in England. So I will in fact play this long night. So this is an event card that allows me to move at night.
Ooh.
But if every time I move, I have to draw a card that could potentially go to you.
Oh, okay. Oh, and if it's a hunter's card, it's discarded.
Yep.
Okay. So that's only helpful for me on that, but...
Yes.
Okay.
But I can fairly quick... when I'm this close to you, when I can really narrow things down, and I can potentially find you this turn. No, I want to go to sea with him. Okay, so he's gonna land. And he'll land at Liverpool. Oh, yeah, that's where you landed. Okay. Are you ambushing? Ooh, okay. 4 damage. May reveal a weapon to reduce the damage by 2. And you already made me discard a weapon.
I did. Do you have another one?
Okay. I do not, potentially, but I do have something else.
Ooh, okay.
Dogs, which cancels.
Oh,
Wolves.
what?
My dogs eat your wolves, apparently?
Crazy.
Those are some good dogs. I'd had to discard the dogs, though, but
Yeah, so they're gone.
definitely worthwhile.
Well, yeah, that was going to be for half your health right there.
So she's landing in London. And Godalming is just passing because he's at sea. Seward is revealing Dublin on your trail. So I drew from the bottom of the deck. I drew a card that would have been good for me, but I had to discard it because I was moving at night using that card.
Right.
So my question that I have to figure out is, did you go to Manchester or Swansea? I suspect you went to Manchester. Okay. I believe you can still choose to ambush me with that card you have there. Another wolf. And I used my dogs already, so...
Yeah.
And that's 4 damage right before combat.
Heck yeah.
That's not good. But
I think it's fine.
But the nice
But
thing
you
I
do,
have
yeah,
going,
you get all that movement right now, so.
I get her to join the combat too.
Right.
And fortunately, I did not draw any Dracula cards with all this movement. So this is exactly what you don't want, is me to have two on one. And I'll have to explain how that works once we get into the combat. Oh, okay. You were able to move away?
Yeah, so I was able to move. It didn't require that we fight, apparently.
Okay,
I thought
I hadn't actually searched. I think.
Oh, okay. You just knew that you were in the same city, but you hadn't actually searched for him yet.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, didn't realize that's how that worked, but okay. That's fine.
I was surprised too. I thought we were going into combat.
No. I just have... Oh, maybe it's because I played Long Night. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure. I'm not. Oh, he's super wounded. But, no, it's important that I hunt you down while I can. Are you going to ambush me?
Absolutely.
Okay, so I have to discard, potentially. I am not going to discard. I'll just take the 1 damage. Fortunately, you already made me discard almost all the cards with that character.
Oh, okay.
It might have been smart for me to have him gear up and then rest, but getting 2-on-1 is super good for me.
Well, yeah, especially with his health being down to 3, so...
Okay, so I have an event I can use before combat. I don't want to use those. Well... Oh, do I have to? Oh, it looks like I have to. Oh, well.
Oh, there's like, you can't just close out of it? There's no option?
Nope. Well, that's okay. I will get Van Helsing out of the combat, so it's just me now.
That's weird, though, that you don't have the option to just not use that.
Yeah. I don't think it's supposed to be that way.
Oh, boy. Well, I was hoping to get to go at Van Helsing with his health being so low. That stinks.
Okay, so I have some choices to make.
I was just saying, we've just gotten into the 3rd week, right?
I think
it's
so.
Monday. It's Monday now, so we're just starting the 3rd week.
Oh yeah, and if you see it flashes, oh no, it's showing only 2. It's not showing the 3rd segment. So the little red segments come in each week. There should be a 3rd one if it's the 3rd week.
Okay.
Okay. So I think I'll play. Huh. So Mina's risky because if you bite her,
yeah,
I immediately lose. I'm gonna play this one. See what happens.
Okay. Oh, and it's during the day right now too, isn't it?
Yes, it's day.
So no nighttime abilities from these. So.
Yeah, that's one of the confusing things in this game is, in the board game, they call it the combat dawn and dusk are the combat phases, but in the cards it says night. So which one's which? I mean, dusk makes sense for night, but I don't know why they couldn't just said combat happens at the beginning of the night or end of night.
Here we go.
Oh, okay.
Yep, she is bit again.
Nope.
Oh, what? I see how it is. But Mina, you know you wanted to be bit. Oh, so that still ends the combat, though.
Yeah, the card I play ended the combat.
That just ends the combat and she doesn't get bit again. Okay. Interesting. Lord Godalming is actually close to the action for the first time in the game.
Yep. But you have time to move now. So you're probably going to the North Sea. In fact, I think you have to go to the North Sea. What does he have for... Let's get supply. Nice. This is completely useless.
Yep.
What's What's her special? Oh no, I don't need Psychic on. She lost some items, so she could gear up. Oh, I should have rested with Van Helsing. Interesting. So you can force me to reveal all my cards and discard one. And then you can move Mina away.
Yeah, so it's like it's letting me look at the cards. Yeah. I'm not sure how I then choose the one I want.
Should be able to scroll to one and then hit add. Then it'll push it up.
There's no add or submit button, so let me see here. Oh, I don't know, man. I don't know which one of these is most helpful for me to get rid of here. Oh, okay, now it's letting me.
Oh yeah,
okay.
So you had to do the reveal and then it allowed you to choose. And now you can move me.
Yep. But he didn't have a whole lot of options, so.
And then you're going to North Sea?
Pretty much the only option.
Oh yeah, that's right. Then at the night, you do get a chance to move, and combat only happens if you move to a space where I am. That's right.
Oh, that's why it didn't happen the last time? Okay.
Well, I need to just limit where you can land, I think. You don't have a lot of options, unless you stay at sea and go to English Channel. So he'll go to Hamburg, so you can't land there. Oh, he's not in a good position. Man, I better just have. Oh,
he just slipped through your grasp.
I'm gonna put him to sea. So whether I have him rest or not.
Right.
And he's at sea, so he won't be able to rest. At sea. Okay, so Lord Godalming is finally useful by limiting where you can go. She used up all her event cards, so she could have supplied. I do have to discard a card. And you got the event card.
It's such a limiting card though right now because there's only one person I can use it on.
Oh, you just were able to see all my cards if I was weakened?
Well, I have to choose a weakened hunter, and she's the only weakened one. So even though, yeah, because weakened is like they have to be bit, I guess.
Yes.
To be weakened, because even though Van Helsing's down to like 3 health, he's not considered weakened.
Yeah, they have to be bit. Oh, you made me discard Holy Circle, huh? Holy Circle was a nice card that if I needed to get out of combat, it's like a free thing. It cancels every card you had. And
right.
Oh, you made me move there? Okay, interesting.
I only had 2 choices. All right, then I've got a card that is maturing.
Also, that allows you to heal. And you're back up to full health.
Well, I guess we'll see that. I was going to say, wasn't I already at full health, though?
No, I had injured you. I think you were down to 8.
No, I'd been back up to 12, I think, for a little bit, but that's all right. Either way.
Oh, because when you do fangs, you heal.
Yeah, so I had healed on that, so I kind of actually would have liked to have used the other effect from it.
Yeah, the other effect is only if it ambushes.
Right, which is probably what I should have done with it, and I didn't do that earlier, so that's all right, though.
So you went to English Channel. Looks like.
I had 2 options, probably.
Well, if you went by sea,
I obviously continued it.
Oh no, you could have. Wait, because you went north. But North Atlantic is actually already off the trail, because that's Irish. It's there, so you could have went back to North Atlantic or England or English Channel.
Correct. Yeah.
Well, now Godalming has to rush to where he's useful again. Now the question is, are you going to do something crazy and go back to Galway? I could actually prevent that by simply going there. It might be a good idea. Well, if you went... Because if you went to English Channel, you could go to North Atlantic first, next, and then go back to Irish Sea and get back to England. If you went North Atlantic, though, I could limit you by going to France, Bordeaux. Yeah. I will go to Bordeaux. I have a feeling I'm not going to catch you in time.
So I'm still trying to figure out, because I could have sworn we were into the 3rd week right now. So, like you said, up on the sundial thing, only 2 red quadrants are blinking. Is it when the 3rd one fills in that the game is over?
Oh, it might be.
Because I'm pretty sure we're in the 3rd week.
That's possible. Oh, because the first week you don't have... Yeah, you don't start with any. So yes, we are in the 3rd week, yeah. Because it starts open.
Right, so at the end of the first week, one fills in. At the end of the 2nd week, another one fills in. And at the end of the 3rd week, it all fills in and the game's going to be over.
Okay, so that's one thing that's not entirely clear. So Plymouth, I couldn't have gone to the Irish Sea from.
Yeah, it's weird. That one is only connected to the English Channel, apparently.
Yeah, it's hard to tell from...
That one, like when I looked at the map earlier, I thought, oh, well, that's like one city that is on the border of 2 seas, but I don't think they have any sea that is on the border of 2 seas.
Well, other than Crete.
No. Oh, well, Crete. Crete would be the one exception, I think. I think all the other ones...
Yeah.
You can only get to one of the seas from.
And I've actually seen people land in Crete. It seems like an insane thing to do, but it's happened. I think I actually did it once.
See, it's so crazy at the end of this game. Like, I've got no cards out there that can, like, that I'm waiting to see them mature right now.
Right.
Because I have to keep going to the seas.
So you're still at 4 points, but it doesn't take you much to get points at this point. Okay, so you stayed at sea. So Edinburgh. So you went to North Sea. Then either English Channel or North Atlantic. You could have gone back, then gone from... So you could either now be in Irish Sea, North Atlantic, or South Atlantic. That's a lot of options. I don't like this. Which means that Godalming is useless again.
He's a tough one.
Well, he can go there and limit some options.
I feel like your other three have been
right on you,
doing quite a bit. But oh well, there you go.
Yeah, that's not bad.
That's quite. I was gonna say that was quite a bit of movement for him to get over there.
So I'm just trying to cover as much territory as possible with these guys to prevent you from going anywhere. But I feel like I'm going to lose you. So again, Edinburgh, and then could have went then North Sea, then either North Atlantic or English choice. Yeah, so it's one of those 3 C's. And he is low on train tickets, so you get train ticket. He'll rest. And he will absolutely rest.
Yeah, he's been needing that for a while.
And she has to pass. So you're somewhat limited where you can go. Let's see what you do. Do you land or stay at sea? So you stayed at sea. So that means you're either at the Irish Sea or Mediterranean. Irish Sea would very much limit where you can go. Mediterranean would be really bad for me. You can almost stay at sea for the rest of the game. No, I'm going to go and use a train ticket with him. Go to Marseille. Limit that option. And he's
just riding those trains all over the place.
Use a train ticket to Alicante. And limit that option. And train. I don't have. I'm not at a train station with him, so most useful place he can go is unfortunately just right here. And I guess she might as well just kind of make sure you don't land in England. Yeah, you've made me spread out quite a bit, which is not great. Train ticket for Godalming. The other thing is Godalming's also has the highest health of all my guys. So he is the best person if I can get him into combat.
So what is the last day of the week? Is it Saturday or is it Sunday?
I think it's Sunday. Not 100%.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not even sure. I wasn't paying attention when we started at the beginning of the game, so.
Get more train tickets. Yeah, I'm not. I mean, I've been doing well this entire game, but it's just not looking great for me right now. You got too many options. So are you landing or staying at sea? Either one actually gives me a lot of information. So you landed. So, given that you're either in the... There's an unlikely chance that you manage to get into the Irish Sea, which means there's 3 places you can be, which is Dublin, Liverpool, or Swansea. Or you were in the Mediterranean, which you could be in Crete, in Calgary. I'm going to pronounce all these cities' names wrong, but... or Barcelona.
Yeah.
Now, I can't tell because my icon covers it, but I'm not sure if you can be in Cadiz or not. And don't answer that because that would kind of answer...
Well, and no, but that's one thing that I wish there was a way to like WASD around the board a little bit, because with the icon covering up some of those cities, I think it's weird. Like, I'm not sure how you move around the map.
Yeah, you really can't. There's on the top right, you have a zoom in or out little camera,
but that's all you have, right?
Yeah, you can just barely see. There's a blue line just to the right of Cadiz. So no, you could not be in Cadiz.
Yeah, it's just so weird that city you almost can't even see it there.
So, interesting. Actually, he's gonna go to C and check if you were crazy and went to Crete, because Seward can actually check the one other city you can go to down there by moving and going by train to here. Barcelona. Are you in Barcelona?
Let's find out.
No. So you went up to England, or you're in Crete. Assuming
we have talked about Crete quite a bit.
Assuming I mathed that out right, because North Sea, then actually you could have gone North Sea, North Atlantic, South Atlantic, Mediterranean. Yeah. Unless you did North Sea, English Channel, North Atlantic, South Atlantic, then you're in Spain. So you could actually be somewhere in Spain too. You got too many options. Oh man. Well, use this fast train ticket to narrow your options quite a bit. Okay, so Mina can confirm whether... So if you did Ireland, you'd have to be in Dublin. Which... Would that give you... Which means you would kind of trap yourself in Galway, and I'm not sure how that works. So I'm betting if you went to England, you... Last time you went to Liverpool, so there's a good chance you went to Swansea. Okay, so I did not find you yet.
Nope. Still out there wreaking havoc.
So either... So your options... You did go to England. So you're either in Liverpool or Dublin. Or you tricked me and went to Spain, Lisbon. Since you're hearing my logic, you might have gone to Spain. I think that's kind of the most likely. You went to Spain, so you're in Lisbon or Cadiz, whatever. You could have gone to Crete, or I could have logicked this out badly, and you're somewhere entirely different.
I will say the majority of this game, your logic has been very sound.
The majority, so not at this time.
Like, well, no, I'm just saying not. I'm just saying you've not been 100% the whole game, but you've done a pretty good job logicking this game out, which again makes me a little jealous because I don't think I'll be nearly as good when I'm on the other end of this game.
Is she almost out of items? Yeah, let's gear up with her. Oh, this is a good time to get this card.
Oh, wow.
What? Oh, okay. So you're not in Spain. And then also believes me you're not in Crete, so that means you are in Ireland. I think. So that means I think that means you're in Dublin. Or I've completely screwed up my logic.
All right. Well, it's Sunday daytime, and the game isn't over yet. So Sunday must be the last day of the week.
Yeah, I'm not sure how that works. Okay, let's. Well, you can't be in Crete because you moved it by land again. There's not a whole lot of useful stuff I can do. I'm just worried I got my logic wrong. So, this is absolutely north, then North Atlantic, South Atlantic, Mediterranean. It's the furthest you can meet me. Everywhere in Spain is adjacent to the Doctor. No, Van Helsing, rather. I'm not 100% how the adjacency works, so hopefully I get this right. But
well, I mean, I would think adjacent would be any place that you could get to by road or by train if your character has that train, like a train card. Yep. I would think the game would have to take that into consideration.
Could you have managed to get to France, Galatia? So North Atlantic. No, I don't think you could have. So I'm pretty sure you're in Ireland. Okay, so if I'm wrong, I've lost the game anyways, I think. This is actually, wow, the longest game of this I've had.
Well, yeah, at the beginning you had said you'd never played a game that went to the end of the third week.
Let's go Bordeaux so I can get towards. Yeah, I don't know if I don't think it immediately ends, but you just start getting huge potentials for points.
Oh, I was gonna ask. Sure. I guess I just assumed it just immediately ends.
I'm not entirely sure on that.
He's like, I've never been to the end game before. I don't know.
Okay, so the only problem is if you went to Ireland, I don't know how that works as far as you being stuck in Galway. I can't see what else you could have done. But she's going there. Maybe we'll find out right now what happens if you're stuck in Galway and have no legal moves.
Unless I'm over in Crete.
You can't be, because you've done 2 land actions.
True.
Get a train ticket with him. Oh, this is galling. I should win this because I have the experience. He's gonna rest again. Get his health back up. And she has to pass. Oh. Okay, so that is what happens.
Ouch. That's what happens.
Wow.
Okay, I wish I had known that.
Yeah.
Oh man, I wish I had known that.
But now you can just go back to C because it took all the C cards away.
Yeah.
That is super interesting. That's like,
ow! 2 more damage.
Wow, that's
rough.
Yes. And there's not a whole lot of places you can go unless you stay at sea.
Well, and I can't do that for very long. I'm pretty low in health. I'm down to 3 health right now.
Well, day-night cycle just went lightning for some reason, so I'm not sure what that means.
Yeah, I don't know what that means either.
I probably should. There's a few things in this game. It's like these rules are really difficult to parse. So there's a few things that's like, okay, I'm not sure what happens in this situation. I would normally just like pull out the rules and look it up, but since we're recording, I don't want to spend all that time looking at rules. Okay, so he is just going to move and as best as possible limit the places you can go, which is going to be going there, so that he can go and make sure you can't go there. So you're going to have to either fight me or stay at sea. And she will go by boat to North Atlantic, I guess. I'm interested to see what's going to happen now, what the game decides to do. Okay. Well, even if... Oh, that was dumb. I should have went to Ireland because I gotta make sure those vampires don't mature.
Alright. Van Helsing just getting that health back.
Yep. Oh.
She's got to pass because she's out at sea.
You're looking rough.
Yeah, he's looking real rough. And again, since neither of us really knows how this thing ends, it's kind of tough to make my decisions.
Yeah, whether you want to just make time run out. And you stayed at sea, not surprising, because otherwise you'd have to do combat. So, again, you have a couple options. You could have gone in South Atlantic or Irish Sea. Or North Sea.
Problem is, I thought the game was going to end already.
Yeah.
Because I thought we only had 3 weeks. But it's continuing to go.
Okay, he's going to go in Galway, and you did not ambush me. Okay. Did you go to English Channel? If you went to English Channel, then this will severely limit where you can go. You basically forces you to go to England. But if you went South Atlantic, let's move him down here. Limit that. Lord Godalming can take care of the Irish situation and finally be useful, and she'll go down South Atlantic to follow you wherever you land. Yeah, sorry for not knowing what happens at this point.
No, it's okay. Like you said, you've never really made it this far into the game, so...
Okay. Taking on one of your vampires. Are you going to do that or that first? I suspect you might do that first. What are you doing based on what you think I did, based on what you think you did? What I think you did.
Right.
Claws. Okay. I was worried you might do that, but that's not what I chose to stop. So you did 4 damage to me. I get to do 1 to you.
Yep.
Fortunately, this is my strongest character, so he can take a little bit of damage. Now the problem is, what are you doing next? Okay, you did the thing is, like, based on the fact that you have 5 cards and you keep drawing new ones, you could actually play the same type of play the same card twice in a row, where I can't. Let's do this one. That's the most flexible one. I shouldn't say that, but you don't know my cards enough to know what that means.
Here we go.
Okay. Nope.
All right, you dodged
I
it.
do nothing to you, though.
Yep.
What do I want to do next? Let's do this one. The game of predictions. I actually like the combat now. In the past, I hadn't because it can be quite confusing. But in the digital version, it's a little clearer.
Right.
Oh, okay. You ran away, huh?
Still take some damage, it looks like, though.
Almost
Dang.
killed you.
Just about.
Why am I getting this selected card again?
Oh, yeah, because I guess you shooting me stopped me from getting away.
Oh, yeah. Oh, it must be something in the text of your escape card. Oh, maybe.
Must be.
Oh, it's because it's the third week. You need. I don't think you played enough cards before you tried to escape.
Oh.
Yeah, I wish it would tell you that.
See? Yeah, that would have been nice.
Because that means you're gonna die.
Yep, for sure. Not making it out of this one.
Well, you have a chance, but not likely.
He is looking messed up.
Let's go for that. Yeah, I believe on that card, all it says is it must obey the pride rule, which is.
Yeah, and then but I didn't know what those rules were, so I didn't know.
Yeah, I wish it. Because that's just the one that says you can only escape after so many rounds, but it doesn't tell you. It's not entirely clear how many rounds you need.
Right. So I bit you so I could stick around one more turn.
Not because you got your health back. I should have stopped the bite.
Yep.
But I'm consistently doing damage, which is good. Let's try this. Because I think that's what you'll do next. Actually, it covers two possible things you might do next. Or two of the most likely things for you to do next.
Alright, let's see if this works.
Ha 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 ha.
Yep. Here it is. Boom.
Okay. And that one would have got you away, for sure. If I had not canceled it.
Yeah. Yeah, if you had not had that, so.
But if you'd known and saved the escape from Mist.
Right.
Yeah. Unfortunately, that kind of thing happens a lot in this game because there's just so many. The rules are just written in a way that things get missed, things get confused.
All right. So.
Okay.
Sir John. Dr. John.
Fortunately, I'm. Oh. Go away. So you want North Atlantic, South Atlantic, right? What does he have for? Is he still injured? Yeah. Might as well continue healing him. She has to pass. You'd think in the rulebook they would have a section that says game end.
Right.
Don't think they do. Oh, no, it does winning the game. Try to win. No, you have to reach the 13. Maturing vampires give you points. Oh, yeah, every time you do fangs, it gives you points.
So there's no just, like, running out the clock?
Yeah, apparently not. But...
Well, dang. I wish I had known that.
But the further we are in the week, the more points you get for things.
See, this is why, everybody, if you know the rules before you play the game, it's better.
Yeah. Yep.
The big thing I would not have done if I had known was I would not have gone back to Ireland.
Yeah, I mean that was a complete
surprise. But I kind of wanted to see what would happen.
He's bad.
And now I know. He like all those C cards were gone, but then he lost half his health at least.
Yeah.
I think it might have been like half his health or more. So.
Oh well, this is a learning experience.
Absolutely.
La. Okay, you've been at. Wow, you went to sea 3 times, so you got 1 health left though. It's because you went. North Atlantic, then South Atlantic, then Mediterranean, or North Atlantic, English Channel, then North Sea. So he can kind of deal with the North Sea aspect by zooming over here. Train tickets are great. And he can go deal with the Mediterranean option. Well, not really. I'm fairly limited where he can go because his train tickets are awful. So he will just walk along the road here or take a carriage. Mina will go to the Mediterranean. Yeah, you just gotta land and start laying down vampires as quickly as possible.
Yeah, I
Back-to-back
guess.
vampires so that anything I take out will just delay me and allow the other ones to mature. Okay. Rest. Okay, he is going to serve a train ticket. Yeah, unfortunately, the variance for this game for length is fairly significant. So you have to go to land now. The other option is, well, if you race across to Dracula's castle, you can heal too. So that might be your best tactic: is race to Dracula's castle and lay down as many traps and vampires as you can. So Godalming is going to take out your other card and encounter in England. Okay, it's just Desecrated Sawyer. Draw 3 encounter cards and discard out. Okay, so you just possibly added a bunch of vampires to your hand. Have to choose which card you want to keep. So, did you land here in Hamburg? Nope. Did you land here in Barcelona? Nope. Did you land in Marseille? And he will... No. He'll rest again, then he has to rush and try to get somewhere useful again. He did take out one vampire, though.
He did at that.
And let's just pass. So what are your options? You could have went to Alicante. Well, let's pass with him. Actually, oh, is he down on items? Yeah, he's down on items. He also has the lousy train ticket, so... Well, let's supply. Possibly give you a card, but it's alright. I did give you a card. She also is down on items. And okay. Ooh, I got an item for me. Oh, nice. 2 cities reveal if you're at those locations. Oh, I can say. Then I want to say. Have you been here? Okay. So, that's where you went. Good timing for that card.
Yep, that was a very helpful card.
But you were in trouble regardless.
Yeah, for sure.
Mainly because of the rule I didn't know, but still.
It's fine. At this point, I'm like, we might as well get this game over. Might as well just get to it.
So where are you going? Oh, you healed 3. I didn't realize that card was still in play. Okay. So he is completely useless where he is. And he is super out of the way. And no good way to get where he wants to go. So he'll just get on a better location on the track. And he can go...
Also, my influence is really shooting up right now.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, that's the thing. It's like, just... Yeah, that's the thing.
It's like every day that passes that you haven't found me, my influence, or whatever. Okay. I was wondering, like...
Yeah, that's right, I remember that.
So the game doesn't just immediately end, it just keeps shooting up with each passing day that you've not found me this last week.
So there's...
Because I'm up to 10 influence right now.
There's 3 places you could be. You could be Saragossa, Madrid, or Granada. I can cover Madrid, even though I traveled through Saragossa. It doesn't check that because I travel by train. Okay, you're not at Madrid. She's not in a... Oh, no, actually, what is her best train ticket? She might actually be able to... Yeah, she can go to cover Saragossa with her long train ticket. Yeah, those train tickets can really throw you.
Oh, she's got a three train ticket? Well, shoot.
I think it's about to end. You would have won pretty quickly, though. If you can... You still have a chance. Yeah, because I have to fight a vampire. And...
Yeah, I didn't expect her to have a 3 train ticket to get all the way there. I thought the only one I really had to worry about was Van Helsing. But so what do you... It's waiting on you to do something.
I'm just kind of looking at what this card does.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm playing a card, which is...
Okay.
Do you get to see that? Or...
Yeah, it showed it to me.
So basically, if you play Fangs, it hurts you, but if it play Claws, it cancels that. Oh.
Yeah, you're making more choices, it looks like.
Yep, I can also do that. Oh, no, that was a card I had to reveal. Okay.
Alright, combat is engaged.
Okay. Are you going to do that first or that?
I'm going to do that.
Okay. Good to know. Well, this will cancel that.
Perfect.
Unless you did that. It'll cancel that, but not that. I'm worried I know what you're going to do, but... Okay. No. Okay. So that worked. Okay, so now you have a choice for some reason.
You dodge out of the way. Frustrating, but whatever.
Okay.
Okay.
Ooh, another strength, huh?
Yep.
You and your strength cards. Let's see what you do now.
Yeah.
This card, card would be canceled. This card is not canceled. You cannot resolve. Okay. So it doesn't... Oh, okay, that's pretty powerful. Because that gives me a second bite, and I believe that knocks her out.
No, the vampire.
Oh, but my garlic wreath.
Your garlic wreath, yep. It's okay, though. I weakened you a bit.
Yep. So if I didn't have that garlic wreath, that would have knocked her out and got you a bunch of points and won you the game. We still got
Still
point
got 1
A
point.
point
Yep.
for playing Fangs.
Mm-hmm.
And you only need 1 more point.
Yep.
Which is super not good.
Was it 1 more point or 2 more points? I thought
it's
it
1 more
was 2
point
more.
now.
Oh, okay. All right.
Because, yeah, I'm pretty sure it was just 1.
All right.
See what you do. You might win this just right now.
Here we go.
Whew! You didn't win.
No!
That was determining whether you won the game or not.
Yep. Ah, so frustrating.
Yeah, problem is I didn't realize she didn't have too many. Her cards were not very combat-y. Other than the garlic wreath, which I used on the.
Yeah, should have gone in for the bite.
Okay. And you're gonna have a chance to get away, I think. Oh, how much did I gear up? I'm in a small city, so I don't get items. So it might be better just to rest her, unfortunately. Depending on where you go, we might get a chance to see 2-on-1 combat. Oh, but at the end of the day, I think you get another point and win. We'll see what happens.
Yep.
Yep, you just won the game. It was a hard-fought battle.
Yeah, for sure. And now you have your answer for if you go to those 2 seas and land in Crete and then can't go anywhere, you will be able to go, but you're going to lose a crap ton of health.
So that was an interesting thing to discover. But so one of the things I've found with the digital version is Dracula wins a lot more.
Oh, really? Compared to the board game, like the physical board game?
Yeah, well, actually, there's a lot of people that say almost the exact opposite thing. Some people say Dracula almost always wins, and some people say Dracula never wins. I'm one of the ones that say Dracula never wins in the board game. But it seems like, from my experience, he almost always wins on the digital. That's
interesting. I wonder why it would make a difference, the medium.
Well, mine's 3rd edition, and they have
so you
done
don't have
like
the 4th edition of the board game.
Yeah, they have. It was almost like a 3.1 version that they made after that, where they didn't really change anything. They just re-released it with some minor changes and just like helping supposedly clear out the rules a little bit. But they say they didn't, but it seems like they've changed some of the event cards or added more Dracula event cards to help out a little bit.
Just to try to balance. I mean, if not balance it out, but you feel like it maybe instead of balancing it, almost swung the pendulum completely in the other direction.
Yeah.
So
potentially, because I have not seen Dracula lose yet in this one.
Well, and at some point we'll have to get on here and we'll have to switch seats, and I'll take the hunters and see how that goes. Because again, now that I'm kind of understanding the game a little bit better, having played all the way through it, I'm looking forward to doing that. I still can't say that I'm super keen on just jumping in here and playing it just by myself against the computer.
Yeah.
But now that I've seen it play through, I'll give it another shot and see how that goes, just playing strictly against the AI. But I definitely like this 1v1, and I'm really looking forward to when they update it and we can be 1v4.
Yeah, I really want to.
I think that's going to be a lot of that'll be a lot of fun. So,
Joe.
But yeah, dude, thanks for getting on here and playing.
So that was Fury of Dracula. Hope you enjoyed that and watch our other videos.